Warning: the following podcast show that you're about to listen to will include explicit language and content in which you, the members of the audience, may find offensive. Audience discretion is advised.
Welcome to another episode of the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience.
Yeah, boy.
Where anything and everything is a subject matter on the show, and no subject matter is ever taboo.
Damn, that's what's up with you.
And now, your host with the most, Mr. Kim Hoang. Bro, am I getting paid for this?
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? How in the world are you? This is your boy Kim Hoang, the Asian sensation, and we're back at it again, man, cooking up another episode that is the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience, coming at you live all the way in Annapolis Junction, Maryland, over at the KU Dungeon, aka KU Fitness, and in the Annapolis Junction business section of 32 and off of 175. Shout outs to my good friend, Mr. Sean Queen, who is the owner and the proprietor of this amazing gym business. It's really amazing. And for those that know the name Sean Queen, he was one of the executive producers of the movie Miscalculated, which was directed by Romel Xavier Moralez, and to soon-to-be upcoming movie called Uncalculated, which is the prequel to Miscalculated, which I'm glad to announce that Uncalculated will actually have a film premiere this year. Now, I can say that on good authority. I don't know when specifically, like if you ask me, okay, time frame, the last time I heard maybe like around May or June or something like that, during a time when it's going to be a little bit more warmer than it is now. So for those that are like wondering, oh geez, is he going to have it during the winter? No, we can probably wear some, light clothing, like, light gauge cotton pants and, a light gauge shirt, and we don't have to worry about hoodies and sweaters and thermals and stuff like that. By the time that the premiere comes out, we will be in nice weather, probably around like 75 or 70. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm going to, warm weather does wonders for my soul, at least. I don't know about your soul, but for my soul, it's wonderful, because Asian people, when you look at us, we're tropical people. We don't like, excuse my French, but we don't like, the snow and winter for shit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I mean, give us the sun and the tropical palm trees and the warm weather. We're golden. We're just golden. But cold weather, no, that's for the birds. You can have that. So anyways, I am here. It is great to be here. Obviously, you know what the deal is. They go, first and foremost, before we begin, I go by many monikers. I am your Asian sensation. I am the host with the most, the man with the plan, the guy that can bring the power within the hour, and the dude with the right attitude. And my attitude is that I'm very happy for the fact that today we are here over at the KU Dungeon about to do this episode where I have a guest with me, an in-person guest, no less. And this is good because for all you podcasters, this is a piece of advice I'm going to give you. When you have an in-person guest, it makes things a lot easier, because I know about doing interviews online through maybe Zoom or something like that. And it's cool because we have the technological advances, and we have, the convenience of doing so, because sometimes you can't have a person come over in person to do an interview. They may be coming from Los Angeles, California, or they might be coming from London, England, or maybe they might be going as far as Melbourne, Australia, and there's just no way that they can justify the flight. You know what I mean? But if you can have a person come to you face to face in real time, in real life, and have an interview, I'm telling you right now, it's a piece of advice that makes things a lot easier, because you don't have to worry about the technological issues, because it's free flowing and it's nice and it's lovely. And I'm having a guest right here that I actually knew her through social media, and we actually run through the same circle of people, and that's really cool. Come to find out that she is an upcoming actress. So she is kind of new on the block, but she's already making a lot of impact already. And I feel like that's really cool. It's like, the rookie boxer, and he just fought like somebody that's ranked top 10, and he just knocked that person out. That's what you call making an impact, and she's making an impact. She is currently working on a project directed by Cody Faulk called Dead Farm. Also, I have it on good authority that she will be in the new upcoming Romel Xavier Moralez' new comedy film that will be filming during this summer called Lights, Camera, Cappin, a Filmmaking Adventure. And I'm reading his announcement from Facebook right now, that she will be playing the role as Stoner Girl. So I'm not giving away any trade secrets because the secret has already been leaked out by the man himself. So again, ladies and gentlemen, as I said in previous episodes, I understand sometimes when you sign an NDR, you have to keep the confidentiality and so forth, and that's good, of course. But the rule of thumb is if the director or any of the executive producers already leaked out information and it's already out there visibly on the super information highway like Facebook or anything like that, then guess what? You have the right to expose that same information. You're not leaking information that's already been leaked. You know what I mean? So trust me, this is good. And we're here right now in the flesh. So for the one time, I have with me actress Amanda Smith in his house.
Hey, how's it going? How are you?
What's up, Amanda? How you doing today?
I'm good.
How I know that we're in the Maryland state, but honestly, what do you think about this weather situation? Because I'm not liking it.
Yeah, this weather's not fun. Not fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Asian, so I have a reason. What's your excuse?
I mean, I just don't like the cold. I don't have too much meat on my bones, so I got to layer up for this, and it's not pretty.
I think everybody has to layer up, to be honest with you, no matter what the size equation is, because a cold is cold, and it affects everybody. It doesn't matter what shape you are, what shade you are, what orientation you are. Cold will hit everyone.
That is true. I just want to be like a bear and hibernate.
That's fair. No, that's cool. I wish I could do that too sometimes, but I'm too warm-blooded, so that ain't never going to happen. So that being said, glad that you're here. Glad that we are making this happen. I know that I wanted to reach out to you and do this for the fact that you're an actress that is up and coming. You don't have too many acting roles and experiences under your belt as far as that I know. Is that right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Now, let's start out from the beginning. Now, are you a Marylander, born and raised?
Yes.
Okay. Where in Maryland are you originally from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay. Are you still residing in Baltimore or not really?
I reside now in Carroll County.
In Carroll County? That's a weird transition going from Baltimore to Carroll County.
Yeah, they have better schools. So for my daughter, it kind of worked out better.
It's funny. I know some people from way back in the day that was involved in the Maryland local music scene. And there was this one band called Fourth Element. Half of them were from Sykesville. The other half was in Eldersburg. But, to kind of have like their own little like press junket where people are like, oh gosh, this band Fourth Element, what's up? Where are they from? They just say that they're from Baltimore. Because, if you say, hey, I'm from, here or I'm from there and they never heard of it, they'll be like, huh? But you say something like, oh, I'm from Baltimore. Oh, everybody knows Baltimore.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people try to claim that.
Yeah. It's funny because I tell people all the time when, out of state people, they're like, hey, where do you live? I'm in Maryland. Oh, okay. So are you like, near Baltimore or are you near Washington, D.C.? And I tell them like, look, well, I'm from like, a town called Silver Spring, Maryland, which is about like 10 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. What? I'm from D.C. Okay, I'm from D.C.
Just to make it quick and easy.
Yeah, because sometimes you try to tell people like let's say for example, if I tell people that and this is true that I'm from Annapolis, Maryland, they'll be like, what's Annapolis, Maryland? Not people many realize like, okay, it's the capital city of the Maryland state. So when you just say Baltimore, it makes it a lot easier because a lot of people gravitate towards like, the bigger cities, like, Baltimore, or like in this case, sometimes let's say, hey, I'm from Tarzana, California. What? I'm from LA.
Right.
Okay. So, wow. Okay. So you are from Baltimore originally. You're now living over in Carroll County. But let's even go back a little bit. Being from Baltimore, what was a young Amanda like back in the day? Was she like a popular kid? Was she a shy kid? Was she somebody that was very athletic and did a lot of sports? Was she an intellectual? What was she like?
Well, honestly, I kind of was all of those. So I tried to run away when I was 4 years old. I pretty much always been like you can't tell me anything kind of person. Mm-hmm. And I bowled in Catonsville growing up.
Actually bowling?
Yep, duck pins.
Okay.
I was a bowler from when I could count to 3 till I was 15.
Man.
And I wanted to be top dog, so I was the highest, had the highest average of a female bowler, and then always try to compete with the men.
What was your average?
116.
In duck pin?
Yeah.
Is that, well, I know like in...
So like 10 pin, it's like high. Like you would want to be like 200-300, but like duck pin's on the lower end.
Okay.
So it's good.
Is it because, per frame you can bowl 3 times versus traditional bowling you can only bowl 2 per frame?
Maybe. I don't honestly know like the difference between the 10 pin and the duck pin on how that works.
Right.
But
I kind of felt like...
Some people say duck pin's harder than 10 pin, but I wouldn't know because I've done it my whole life.
I think duck pin is a little bit easier in terms of the fact that the ball is like the size of a softball.
Yeah, it's not heavy.
Yeah, so it's not as heavy, so you can control it any which way that you want. Whereas if you're doing traditional bowling like 10 pin, you're like, oh gosh, do I use a 16-pounder ball? Do I use a 10-pounder ball? What style do I go with in terms of like the weight? Do I toss it this way? Do I curve it? Oh, if I curve it too much, it might be right in there in the gutter. That's why, honestly, I'm not very I like playing real life bowling and duck pin. I'm just not good at it. You
need the gutter things.
I might need the gutter things, or better yet,
the bumpers.
When you're in the regular bowling alleys, they had this little steel ramp, made out of like piping, and you just put it on the top and you just let it slide. That's probably me. Or I know in regular bowling I do the granny roll.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just
that's fun to do it either way, but
doesn't that piss people off that who do play that game on a regular basis that you do it that way?
Yeah, it definitely does.
They're just like, God damn it! Why can't they roll it like a regular person?
Well, there's definitely always that one person that has something to say about that. Yes.
Well, here's the thing. It's like, dude, you compared to me, I'll be honest with you, I don't play it as much as you do. I don't have like the God's gift to the proper bowling techniques and get the great scores like you do. I will happily admit that. I'm just playing it for fun and maybe, knocking off some stress and some, anxiety in my life,
Right.
And the fact that you're coming up in my grill, dude, is like, no, you're making the anxiety a lot worse. Like 10 feet, dude. I don't even know you.
I'm just trying to get a strike like you.
I swear, maybe I want to get that real cool, nifty, like bowling shirt that you're wearing. I mean, is that velvet? I don't know. It feels nice. Feels nice. Okay, so you were a person that actually grew up doing a lot of things, duck pin bowling. I mean, but what were you like in the school days? Like, what were you like then?
I was definitely very shy as a kid, but I'm the type where once I get to know you, I don't shut up. So it's like, if you know me, that shyness goes right out the window. But
Right.
if also, I don't know, if you have a certain type of vibe, I might not be able to open up to you as well. But yeah, I was very shy.
Were you involved in a lot of school activity, like in like high school sports or like theater or like the Glee Club or anything like that?
No. I did dance in high school.
Okay.
I played basketball outside and football a lot, but it wasn't like in school time.
It was outside of school.
Just outside
activity.
with the friends. Yeah.
Okay.
We always had the hill that we would go to play football.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, my dad worked a lot, and we didn't really have that much money, so I didn't really do too much like sport activity.
I feel you. So what happened? Like when did you graduate high school?
2009.
2009. Okay. So what happened after that? Did you want to go into a junior college or a 4-year university, or did you just want to kind of see where life took you?
So I kind of went through a lot as a kid and as a teenager. So let's see, when I was like 15 years old, my dad was getting tired of my attitude and was kicking me out the house. And then I was pretty much on my own from then. Like, I would still leave and then come back to my parents, but I didn't have a relationship with them. And then I ended up pregnant at 17, had turned 18, had my daughter. Her father became schizophrenic. I was with him for 8 years. He became schizophrenic after 2 years we were together. And then I wanted to be a veterinarian, but it was a lot of school. So
Right.
so with my child and all that, just trying to figure out like what the best route to do, especially since I was like the top dog handling everything and all of that.
Right.
I started working out Cactus Willie's. I don't know if you ever heard of that, the restaurant. A lot of people in Carroll County, they love Cactus Willie's. It's a buffet.
You know what? I never heard of that place at all. Like, the only place that I've heard of in Carroll County, like restaurant wise, well, number one, I know they got a Sushi Q over there, so thank God for that. I'm like, dude, Sushi Q, yeah, that's my jam. We're good, get top quality sushi at a low price.
Yep. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them, most definitely, and Sushi Q, as they say in Japanese, arigato. But I've heard, the only thing I've heard food wise, in terms of like restaurant, is Salerno's. That's the only thing that I know. Like, I mean, I'm not very familiar with that area other than the fact that one of my best friends who was in a band called Clear for Takeoff, his name is Mark, who played keyboard. He lives over in Sykesville, and that's the only reason why I would really go over there is to visit him, his wife, and their baby girl. But other than that, I don't know that area very well.
Yeah, so I was pregnant working at Cactus Willie's, the best job to have at that time because I was making good, easy money.
Okay.
And then they just randomly shut down. It was a franchise, and a bunch of the businesses started closing, and then they were like the last ones to go. They didn't tell us, of course. We just ended up finding out after Christmas. It's just done for, no longer there.
Wow.
So then I had to figure out what to do. PetSmart was like an option. Red Robin picked me up, but then PetSmart had called me. So then I just left Red Robin, went to PetSmart. I actually had to bring my daughter with me to my interview at PetSmart.
Oh, man.
Which wasn't in the plans. But like I said, her father was going through schizophrenia. So
going through a lot.
Yeah. So my manager, Angie, shout out to her. I love her. She loves telling that story, how I brought her along. So I worked there for about 9 years. Made them a lot of money.
Okay.
Like I said, I like being the top dog in anything that I do. So I became the top groomer there.
Okay.
While I was there, I kept saying how like I could own my own business, but I didn't really like believe in myself. And then I don't know, like 2020, I think it was 2019, I had quit there and then decided to open up my own business.
Okay.
For dog grooming.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that kind of like when you decide to, go independent on your own and to, build a business, don't you feel like sometimes that it's really hard to do that because there's so many challenges and a lot of yellow tape to kind of cross in order to make it happen into a big reality? So
I think it was like 2 years when I was like really thinking about it, and then of course some people surrounding me were like, oh, you can't do that, and then I don't know, I kind of just like had faith in things, and the job was like, there was a new manager the last 2 years, just getting tired of a lot of certain things going on.
Right.
And then I just kind of took a sign and I just up and quit. And like didn't even really know, didn't have like a full plan, just knew that I was good at dog grooming. So it just so happened to be around COVID. COVID came like not that long after, which was really good for me because that brought me more clients.
Right.
And then I don't know, I've just been growing clients just by word of mouth ever since I started. So I don't really think about like the negative of things as much. I try to just think about like the positive and like what's the next step to make this happen.
What are the advantages of being in business for yourself versus working for, a big corporation or a big company?
Definitely number one is you can make your own hours.
Okay.
But it's not for everybody. It does seem on the outside looking in that it's easy, but you really are kind of working like 24/7.
Yeah.
So sometimes a lot of people get that burnout. They don't know how to manage things well, things like that. But if you have a good work ethic and good discipline, like you can honestly do any business that you really want to.
Right on. How do you balance the time between, being involved in your business versus, having, time away from the business for, time for you?
That can be challenging. There's not always time for me. That kind of sometimes can come in the last, but you just have to learn about balance. Everything in life is about balance. Mm-hmm. So if I am not putting myself first for too long, then I can start to feel it, and then it's not good for anybody. So I try to, just keep things balanced so that we don't get to that point. Okay.
Being that you're, because I've seen like a lot of videos, I think either on like Instagram or even on TikTok. There's this guy that is a dog groomer, and he just makes videos about like he would take care of like a Labrador Retriever or an Akita or like an Irish wolfhound that has like a lot of hair, and he would just say sometimes like, hey, today I'm working with Coco, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's her first time being here, and next thing you know, like taking the dog into the dog tank and washing it, and the dog goes nuts, and until the point where like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want to get bit, so we're gonna go ahead and put this muzzle on. I mean, the challenges of being a dog groomer in that sense, I mean, that's no walk in the park.
Oh, no. Yeah, you definitely have to have a certain type of vibe to make it work. It's not for everybody. You have to have a lot of patience. Patience is a big thing. And then you just have to have like trust, and you don't really want to show emotion, because when some groomers, they're afraid, especially the new ones that are starting out, the dogs can sense their fear.
Yeah.
So then that just makes it even more difficult. So that's one of the big things, is just for them not to sense any of your emotions, which is, it's not easy for people to do that. So
right, because for some people, I mean, it is easy. For others, they might say it's not just easy for me to shut it on and off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because frustration can be a big thing too in that industry, especially if you work in a corporation and you're getting pushed
right.
to do more and more and more.
Right.
But you got to try to put that away, because you got to remember that the dog is like a human being and you're working with a live animal, and it's not just like, I don't know, putting a hat together, and if you get frustrated, you want to throw the hat, you can throw it, but yeah.
Right. I hear you. I think if I remember correctly, because we have been in communication for a little while now through private, messaging and so forth. If I know I wear eyeglasses, so my vision is not really good. But I thought I saw in the text that that you're either training or you have an interest in training in combative arts.
So I've done boxing.
Okay.
Yes, I love boxing.
Okay.
That was something I started around the time when I quit my job, and I was trying to, I was going through a lot, trying to evolve, and realized that boxing would be like a good outlet for me.
Okay.
Like I said, I didn't have a relationship with my parents back then, so when I entered that, it took out a lot of inner things, helped release a lot of inner things that I was holding on to from my childhood that I didn't realize I was holding on to.
Okay, so a lot of internal negative energy that was waiting to leave your body physically.
Yeah.
Why boxing versus martial arts or MMA or stuff like that?
I've always had an interest in boxing.
Okay.
Even when I was younger, I've just always gravitated towards it. Muhammad Ali, I love him as a boxer. Mike Tyson, I love him as a boxer.
That was the standard.
Yes.
That was the standard.
So then when the opportunity came, I just took it, and I was super excited and pushed myself and kept going, even though I was going through a lot of, like I said, a lot of things. And it just worked out.
Were you trying to initially do that as much as of a workout, or did you think that you potentially had something more to offer, maybe entertaining the idea of competition?
Yeah, I was trying to get in the ring.
Okay.
I was,
okay.
But then COVID happened and it turned it down, and then I never tried to push it since. But if that opportunity comes, I'm down to get into the ring.
Oh, okay. Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm going to ask these questions. How tall are you?
5'6".
You're 5'6". Okay. How much do you currently weigh?
140.
That's not bad. That's literally if I'm going by MMA logic, because that's the only way that I could think about it, you'd probably be in the bantamweight division, not middleweight, because I think middleweight's a little bit too heavier for 140. So I think that you might be in the bantamweight, definitely above lightweight. So I think that you might be bantamweight.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. So you actually, let's say, for example, have the gloves and everything.
Yes.
Okay. What kind of gloves are you working with?
I honestly don't know what the brand is.
Okay.
My pink gloves.
Your pink gloves. I mean, if
I think it's Everlast.
Is it?
If
okay.
I can I'm pretty sure it's Everlast.
Everlast is, that Everlast and Toughwear are the two main companies that started it off for American boxing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Everlast is that's a standard. Some people now, when they move up, I mean, it depends. You could go companies like RDX, you could go Adidas. Hell, you can even, if you want to spend more of the money, but you're guaranteed quality, they say the Cleto Reyes gloves from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're really 100% leather, very durable, very tough. If you find yourself going into Mexico City, Mexico, you can actually buy it for less. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you wouldn't be spending a lot more American dollars down there like you would here in the States. So you would actually walk away like a fat rat. You know, like, okay, I spent less for these gloves that I would here in the States, and I still got money for like a nice dinner, you know, in Mexico City.
Sounds good to me.
So, you know, hey, the American dollars versus the pesos, all the way, on delay. All right. Okay, that's cool. Do you consider yourself more like an Orthodox or Southpaw?
Oh, I'm definitely not Southpaw yet. Maybe just Orthodox. I heard I have a heart I'm strong, hard hitter. You know, I got a good right hook. They told me.
Okay.
So, and like I said, I'm competitive. I love it. I love that stuff.
I hear that boxing training is really, really like challenging because they really, you know, for the lack of a better term, they put you through the ringer. Like you run laps, you know, you doing a lot of rounds and sparring, a lot of focus training, a lot of target training and so forth, jump roping, lifting weights, a lot of push-ups. I mean, it almost feels like it's the urban, you know, Rocky movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, you're definitely gonna feel like you're gonna die while you're training.
That's why I give so much credit to like people like Floyd Money Mayweather, because when you see their workout videos from like back in the day, it is ridiculous. Like, you know, Floyd Money Mayweather would always claim like, yeah, I run about 26 point something miles a day. I'm like, a day?
Yeah.
Damn, I can't even do that a week. You say a day? Wow.
Yeah, I'm not that excited about the running part.
Yeah, but, you know, when it comes to, you know, endurance is very, very important in the fight game.
Oh, definitely.
Because, you know, the soon as you run out of that gas, your opponent will see it, and your opponent will be like, jackpot, we're zeroing in on him or her. It's time to take him down.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to show your weaknesses. You got to be on point.
Yeah, I get that because I used to compete a lot in the martial art tournament circuit. So when I did sparring, which is the fighting, you know, the same rules apply. Like, you know, if you show yourself being gassed out, your opponent can read it real quick, and then they can end it real quick, which gives you like literally like zero chance of winning unless you pull out the greatest like trick or combo in the pocket that, you know, they didn't even know that they could get caught with, and they just got caught.
Bring out a special Mortal Kombat move.
I'm telling you, or like a special fireball from Street Fighter 2 or something. But, you know, that's fantasy versus the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we know the fact that, you know, you have your own business in the dog grooming world. You know, you have trained in boxing, and at one point you were considering going the competitive route, which is, let's just say, for a lack of a better term, still pending.
Yes.
You know, still pending.
Yeah, definitely. If I want that opportunity.
Yeah. So never say never. Never say never. We definitely would say that, you know, you know, if the opportunity knocks, definitely would go for it. Would you go, how does that work? Would you go straight into the amateurs and then try to go like Golden Gloves and go to the route of the Olympics, or like, you know, how would you take it?
I mean, my boxing trainer, they have like some sort of organization that they go through. So if I were to do anything, I would definitely do it through there. And just, I don't know, maybe just do it for fun or see how it goes, you know.
Very cool. Side question: do you know how to wrap your hands with the boxing wraps?
Yeah. Yes.
I can't do that. I can't. I'll just be like, and I look at myself, and it looks good on mirror, right? But then like a legit boxer is like, you know, you did that completely wrong, right? I'm like, shut up, man.
Come here.
I don't know how to do this. I'm just like, you know, I'm doing it on the fly, or, you know, right now I'm just like, this is what they did on YouTube. You know, everybody learns from YouTube.
Yeah, so I recently got back into boxing.
Okay.
And I got told, you know, I put in all this work, and this is what I'm seeing by my trainer.
Okay.
Just because it's been a little bit since I started. But then once I got back into it, they were like, okay, yep, now I see. There's the Amanda coming back.
Okay. Now, do you have like, all the boxers have like a boxing name or a moniker, like the Terminator or the Cheetah or like, the One Punch Man, blah, 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 blah. Do you have anything of that sort?
So nobody's given me a name, and I don't necessarily give myself names. So not at the moment. I know when I was bowling, my dad was my bowling coach, and he used to call me Hammer. So I used to get embarrassed when I would get strikes and do really good, and he's screaming, "That's you, Hammer!" And I'm like, "Oh God, like, come on, Dad."
You know what they used to call me in the competitive karate world?
What?
The Asian sensation.
I know, I love that.
Because I called myself that, and this was before there was it was like a company that did Chinese food that they would sell out to the local supermarkets like, Giant or Safeway or even like Walmart or anywhere that has a grocer's freezer. It was there. And it was called Asian Sensations. But since then, they went bankrupt. And I'm just like, well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm just
There's my opportunity. Let me take that name.
Well, I'm just like, well, if I, I legally now can still have that because you guys went bankrupt. So if you're not even around anymore, guess what? That's open game.
Right.
It's like saying, if you actually wrote a song and it actually won, like a Grammy, and then you gave up all the rights, then guess what? That means that, I can now either have the same name of the song that got you there, or I can write the same conceptual idea of the song that you made.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So let's go ahead and talk, again, business owner, boxer. How did acting get into the mix? Because I'm very curious.
Okay, so like I said, when I was younger, I was very shy. Very shy.
Okay.
But I loved America's Next Top Model.
Okay, yeah, we had the TV show.
That show.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I remember that show.
I wanted to be that, but I was, didn't have any confidence in myself, didn't think I was pretty, things like that. Just because of like the abuse that I went through, it can mess with your mental, like going through that as a young age.
So it would basically steal all the confidence you had within yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
So then until like I went through, discovering myself, and like I said, how boxing released a lot of those inner emotions that I didn't realize I was holding on to. I've got that confidence in myself, and then it's almost like when you believe in something so much, the opportunities just come to you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with this acting. And then I was so excited and took it. But the last, I would say, like 2 years, I think his name is Wayne Johnson. He's a movie producer, and I was thinking about it then, just wanting to get into movies and things like that, but nothing really went anywhere. And then 2 years later, like I said, these opportunities just kind of came to me. Like my boxing trainer got me into the movie Dead Farm, produced by Cody Faulk.
Right.
So I'm a zombie in that, which is awesome. It's fun. And since I started, it's like an experience where I just want to be there all day, every day. I love everything about it.
Now, where is it being filmed at right now? Is it being filmed like more in the Baltimore area or the DC area?
Closer to Washington, DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, was there like, when you got referred, did you have to go through a special like audition process, or were they just like, hey, you're in?
I just had to do the basic, like send in the photos. I didn't have to do any audition kind of thing, just because I'm like an extra,
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I just got in, I guess also too, because the people that I know, the people that it helps you get places. So
Yeah. Now, why pursue acting? Because, and I ask this because, again, as far as I know, you have not done a lot of acting, so you don't have a lot of experience on the resume yet. And I don't think that you've done, anything prior. So was it more like, hey, this is something that I'm willing to give it a shot because it looks kind of cool? Or did you feel like there was a challenge that you need to, kind of defeat?
So I kind of feel like in a way, like I'm an actress in my own self. So like, for example, I like to dress up and like play the part. So like, let's say like we go on a date to a casino. Like I want to dress up to where like I look like I'm that like casino looking kind of woman, and just kind of like get into the whole, you know, fun of it. And that's just how I am in anything. And then Halloween is my favorite holiday. I love dressing up. And then you just play your character.
So you want to be the part rather than just say that you're the part.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. And right now with this particular, you know, project that you're doing in Dead Farm, obviously you've already, can we assume that you've already done all your duties as an actress in that project? Or do you still have more to go?
Yeah, we're still filming.
Okay. And your involvement will be on a part of that filming still?
Yes.
Okay. And when can you actually say when this filming process started?
The end of last year. I don't remember the exact date. I want to say maybe like September, maybe.
Okay. Now, is this like an actual like movie, or is it like a series?
A movie.
A movie. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and I'm excited for it. People are gonna love it.
What is it about being in Dead Farm that makes you feel really happy and really enjoying the experience?
I think it's just what it is in general. Like I said, I love acting. I love doing that. Dead Farm, I love spooky stuff. Like I said, Halloween is my favorite holiday. And then the makeup artists make you actually look like a zombie, and it's just fun. It's really fun to do.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
What have you learned acting in that production? Like, have you learned anything in terms of, like, you know, I can carry this with me in acting, or I've learned that in acting this is this and this is this? I mean, was there anything that you learned that really stuck with you?
I see how it's not for everybody. I see how it's a lot, especially for like the director that's handling everything and doing everything.
Right.
And you definitely, for that as well, you have to have a lot of patience, and you have to have your heart in it. Otherwise, you're just going to be miserable while you're there.
I see.
But, yeah.
And now we can officially say that you will be in the new upcoming Romel Xavier Moralez' new summer flick that will be filming called Lights, Camera, Cappin, a Filmmaking Adventure. Yes,
I'm so excited. This is going to be so fun.
Did you ever meet Romel before?
I have not. I just... So I got into with Cody Faulk, and then I kind of just went on Facebook and found out, you know, people that he knows, and just asked them to be my friend, and kind of just networked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And had you heard of Romel previously?
I did not, no.
Okay, so you didn't know about his previous films like Miscalculated and the upcoming Uncalculated?
No, I did not, but I did get to see the preview for Miscalculated, which looked really awesome.
Yeah. You know, if you actually have Tubi, you can actually see it on Tubi for free.
Okay. I'll definitely check it out.
Mind you, like, if you know, it's a free service, yes, but you know, it comes with commercials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Versus, like, you know, if you buy it off of Prime Video, it's only $5 for the whole digital copy.
Oh, okay.
And you can just skip the commercials because you own, you know, that digital copy.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's why. Honestly, I think that's one of the reasons why I bought it, was because, you know, obviously I was seeing it through Tubi, and I just was sick and tired of the commercials. So I bought it for $4.99, thinking, okay, I'm skipping the commercials. This is great. But, you know, the second part of it was because, you know, I was involved in that film. You know, I wanted to support the film. I wanted to support Romel.
Yes.
And, you know, for me to buy my own digital copy, I felt like that was my way of giving back to Romel and contributing to him like, you know, he gave to us.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter. I love supporting.
Yeah, so for anybody out there that hasn't seen Miscalculated yet, you can see it on Tubi, you know what I mean? Or if you want to be a good, you know, supporting Christian, $4.99, ladies and gentlemen, over on Amazon Prime Video for your own digital copy. I promise you, $5 is not bad for a whole, a whole presentation, a whole free film presentation. You know what I mean? So support your local, community. Shout outs to Romel. We love you, man. So you heard about Lights, Camera, Cappin, a filmmaker adventure via online. Through social media?
Yes.
Okay. Which social media?
Facebook.
Okay. When you actually saw that, what made you decide to go ahead and pull the trigger on it?
I don't know. It just looks fun, exciting, something that I would love to be a part of. So I just decided to take my shot and ended up getting it.
Okay. Was it now? Did you actually see like the actual the movie poster with the two kids that are in the front holding the filming equipment?
Yeah.
Be honest, when you actually saw that movie poster, what were you thinking at that point?
I don't really know what I was thinking, but I will say that you see this movie and I feel like you're going to get a twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did it work out? Did you email Romel or get in contact with them? Did you express your interest?
Yeah, I think I told him I was interested, and then a lot of people like the look that I have.
Okay.
So I think he was very interested in that, especially, I have dreads and playing a stoner girl. That works out pretty well. So
it literally said, according to him, it said, as stoner girl.
Yeah, so it fits. So that's kind of just what happened. I just got another lucky chance like I did with the movie Dead Farm. And I'm also like a very quick learner. So, I don't have any fear when it comes to this. It's like I told myself, like, I'm ready to be this person. And
right.
Then it's like, it's all coming to me. Like, oh, you say you're ready? Like, we're going to see if you're really ready.
Okay.
And I'm just jumping into every opportunity that I can because I'm ready.
When you're going for these acting roles, are you going for just the idea of like, hey, I'm going to be acting in this, and have a role in this movie? Or are you hoping for the fact that, hey, maybe there is a fight scene and a stunt that I can do to show, my physical side of acting? Yeah,
I would love that. I would love to do physical activity. Like in Dead Farm, for example, I wanted to fall off the truck, but you got to kind of be careful because you don't want to hurt yourself, and there's things that tie into that. But yeah. Right.
No, but also at the same time, you have to think, for example, like falling off like trucks and stuff like that. You kind of have to have like stunt safety equipment and know how to do stunts very well because, it's not as easy as it looks. I.e., if you ever seen any Jackie Chan movie and you see like the end where like they show like a lot of the bloopers, if you will. My man gets hurt a lot. I'm like, damn, dude.
I love Jackie Chan.
I love him too.
He's awesome.
Seriously, that's
him
my
and
guy.
Jet Li.
Oh, dude, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Jet Li's the master. I don't think anybody can beat him.
Now, I respect what you're saying. I truly do. But then there might be some people that be like, well, if you think about, people like Donnie Yen, he was in the Ip Man movies that did a lot. If you're talking about other people like Tony Jaa or something like that, there are a lot of people out there right now that are really doing well in the action world of movies. Like even like people like, what's that one guy? Obviously, Michael Jai White, he's doing pretty good. Scott Adkins from England, doing his thing. But wow, yeah, you would be willing to do like fight scenes and stunts and so forth in a movie?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
If they want to train me to do it, I will do it.
So what if
or I would train myself. I've like I said, I had to learn everything since I was 15. I had to learn how to do everything on my own. So I'm pretty good with picking things up.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, open invite. If you ever want to, get a crash course. I mean, we have this facility. After hours. If you want to, learn some basics. I mean, I definitely would love to help you out in any which way that I can.
Oh yeah, we might have to set that up. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And just in case if let's say for example, and it'll tie to my question, which is great. If Romel actually said, hey, we want you to be involved in a fight scene, we need you to take a couple of falls and whoop, whoop, whoop. And, as Romel would say, we need you to take motherfuckers down, doing, like what Kim does, with the chop socky shit, and boom, 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 and the hi-ya stuff. How would you feel about that?
I'm down with the hi-ya.
Okay, you're down with the hi-ya. Now, mind you, again, you said your experience is boxing experience, but
yes.
you don't have martial arts experience. No. So if they asked you to throw like a martial arts kick or something like that, it probably wouldn't be as
I'm gonna
good.
watch some Jackie Chan videos and try to do my best.
Again, I applaud you for the spirit, but it's a lot more than you think. Than just what you see, with Jet Li and Jackie Chan and people like Chuck Norris, because those dudes have legitimately been training for years, so they're kind of used to that.
But believing's going to take you a long way.
No, for sure.
That.
I can say this. I know that if they said that we would like for you to do a boxing scene or a fight scene, I could actually see you getting into it and doing it very well, because you have that experience and you have that that gumption and that will to do it to the best of your abilities, and you're just going to keep doing it or die trying kind of attitude, as they say.
Yep.
Whereas, there's some people that talk a good game like, oh, I've done martial arts, I've done this and I've done that. And when it's time to, translate that to film, like, it's like literally watching the tumbleweeds, race around the dusty trail. And you're like, the fuck's going on?
Did I hear you correctly?
You said in the resume that you trained in martial arts. What the hell is this? Well, I didn't say that I trained for long. I probably got a good 2 weeks of experience. Oh, Jesus!
I knew the guy.
That's what scares me sometimes, is that people try to, up themselves and try to claim, they can do this or that.
Yeah.
And they can't do that. But, you, based on what you've told me, you have no fear because, again, with, boxing and stuff like that, that's in your wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. That's in your wheelhouse.
Yep. I have no fear. And, I'm just ready to tackle on some new things.
With Lights, Camera, Cappin, a filmmaking adventure, I mean, with the people that are already casted, we know that we're in, but we don't know too much of what the plot is. Do you know anything at all what the plot might be, or what you've heard, or anything of that sort?
Yeah, I haven't really heard anything too much on it. I know it's still being in the works at the moment.
Right.
I believe filming is... When is filming?
June?
Yeah.
Like summertime?
Summer, yeah. I was going to say like May, June, somewhere around there.
All I've heard was that it's just about this upcoming, person that wants to break it into the filming industry. And either he wants to, make it as an actor or a director or something like that.
Yes, yeah. And I'm assuming that he's going through some struggles that he has to get through with his surroundings and, trying to break free from that and get to the other side of actually taking his life somewhere.
When you prepare for what, let's say, for example, you get like a role, like you get an acting role, and they say, hey, congratulations, you are portraying this role, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get, you go ahead and get your script, and you read the script, and you read about, your character. How do you get into the mind frame of like, okay, your character development? How do you prepare for that?
I mean, for me, it's like I just become that character. It's like you just put your mind frame as you were that person, and then just click. Like your whole being becomes that person.
Wow. What is this about this film that you're really excited about? In terms of being in this film, like what are you hoping for? What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, I'm just excited to meet the people that are part of the project.
Okay.
And just excited to be in the project in general. Excited for the opportunity. Like in Dead Farm, I'm just an extra. So in this movie, I may have some lines, so that's moving me up there a little bit, getting me into some more things when it comes to acting.
Right.
So just pretty much just being appreciative of being able to be a part of the project in general.
Wow. Knowing that this is now your second project that you've ever been in?
Yes.
So I know it's a little bit premature for me to ask, but where does one go, in this case, where do you go specifically knowing that, hey, I did this with, Cody Faulk and, in his project, Dead Farm. Now I'm about to go ahead and be involved in a project with, Romel Xavier Moralez and Lights, Camera, Cappin, a filmmaking adventure. Like, where do you want to go? I mean, you're already 2 in. Is this something that you want to pursue long term, or do you just want to kind of see where it goes? I mean, where's your mind frame at?
Yeah, I'm looking at it long term. Like it breathes life into me, so it's definitely something that I want to hang on to, and I would love to do it as a career.
I've noticed with your tone that when we talk about the possibility of doing this long term, that you're very motivated.
I light up.
Yeah, like the energy is like
yes,
awaken your senses.
Because I'm ready. I like I said, I love everything about it.
Well, what is it about the acting industry that you're like, man, I would definitely give a chunk of my life to it?
I think it's just like how I said, I love being a character. I love playing a character. It's just in my personality, in my nature. So acting is like perfect for that.
Have you I know it's kind of short from too soon to ask. I don't know. I'm going to ask it anyways. Have you yourself ever been in a situation where you've been in or observed a lot of unnecessary drama within the industry?
I've seen a lot of like negativity.
Okay.
And but really that's about it. And like I said, I've seen how it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
We as individual people, like we all do play a big role in making these films come together.
Yeah.
So it's really important for us to be each other's support system. And as like with the cast on Dead Farm, we've all kind of become like family. So like we had to reschedule one time due to the snow, and because we missed that weekend, it was like we were all sad. We missed each other, like we felt out of place. So yeah.
Wow. I just hope that with this opportunity that we are going to be working together through Romel Xavier Moralez. I definitely hope that you take this opportunity and take it as far as you can, because honestly, there's some people out there that you look at them and you're like, man, they got tons of potential. And just like for the fact that I don't know you too well, but within the time frame that we've actually just kind of hang out and doing this episode, I can tell that you have lots of potential.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and another fun fact is growing up, I used to get called Sandra Bullock. So everybody used to call me Sandra Bullock? Yeah, so I wasn't called Amanda, they called me Sandra, and I can see looked up to her. I was like, I could be her. Like, that's me. I could do that.
I could see you being like her stunt double.
Yeah. So like I said, it's kind of like really cool for this to come out like it is, because it's like something I wanted as a child, and that I kind of like pushed down and kind of like didn't feel it, and then it just came out, and then now here comes the opportunity. So it's very exciting.
Okay. You know what? I feel like after we actually get wrapped with this, We might need to get a memento tattoo. And I know you got plenty of it because I saw pictures on your social media that your leg is covered.
Oh, yep. I got a siren, and it's like to look like she's in space and water, as above, so below. She came about, there's a whole story behind her, but she came about when I went through my transformation of like finding myself again.
Now, if I remember correctly, it starts from the top of your thigh and it literally goes all the way down to your ankle.
To my foot, yeah.
To your foot.
Yeah, so it's from the foot up my ass cheeks, the phases of the moon. She's holding the phases of the moon, and they go up my ass, and it's gonna go across my back to the other shoulder.
I got to see this foot tattoo because like I never saw that in the picture. I mean, I just saw that it was like around, like starting over at your ankle all the way up to your leg, and if I remember correctly, it's like 360 degrees.
Yeah,
all around.
Yeah, all around. Yep. I still got to do the inner thigh. There's still a big gap missing right there. We still have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work done on it, but we have a lot of work to do. Stevie Money, that's my tattoo artist.
I heard of Stevie Money.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Where's he based out of?
Baltimore.
Oh, in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like Eastern Avenue, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, no doubt. How many sessions have you gotten in so far?
So it's been a lot, and I honestly regret that I haven't been like calculating everything. I wish I paid attention to how much money I put into it, how much time I put into it, but I really couldn't tell you. And I've done it in sessions. Probably like every time I go, it's about 3 to 4 hour sessions.
Ooh.
But I love it. I'm a high pain tolerance person, so it doesn't bother me. Sometimes I fall asleep.
Wow.
It's relaxing. Sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I need to get tattooed. Let's go.
Okay. What is it about the tattoo process that you enjoy?
I don't know. Maybe the pain of it. I don't know. Like, it's really confusing how I love it and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I know some people, they can't stand it. They are moving left and right.
I am covered like on my upper arms, both of my upper arms. I have my ribs. I have my collarbone and both shoulder
Was the
blades.
collarbone sensitive?
I mean, you definitely feel it, but to be fair though, I mean, there's not really much to it. It's just like coordinates.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like longitude, latitude thing. And it's just the coordinates of Annapolis, Maryland, where I was born and raised.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, when people ask me, which one means a lot to you, it's probably the one on my collarbone.
Aww.
Because, that's just where, that's where it started for me.
Yeah.
And that's where, I even though I haven't lived there for years and I moved out of the Annapolis downtown area since I was like 13, and now I'm like almost pressing 50. I still call Annapolis home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true what they say. The home is where the heart is.
Were you around water when you were up there?
You know what? No, I wasn't around water. But like,
whenever I think of Annapolis, that's just what I think of is water.
Probably because of downtown.
Okay.
Because when you go downtown, you get to see the water and there's boats and everything like that. So,
yeah, because my aunt's from Middle River, so and my uncle works on boats.
Okay. Yeah.
So it kind of just reminds me of that.
For sure. Well, this is the part of the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience where we have an awesome activity called the Rapid Fire Challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you a whole bunch of questions. They could be, realistic. They could be fantasy. Some, questions you can answer it true, false, multiple choice, fill in the blank, blah, 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 blah. And you just basically do the best that you can. So that being said, Amanda, are you ready for this rapid fire?
I guess I'm ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Amanda Smith taking on the world famous the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience Rapid Fire Challenge. May God help us all. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Between the primary colors of yellow, blue, and red, your favorite primary color is?
Oh my gosh, blue.
Okay. Would you consider yourself a child of the sun or a child of the water?
Water.
Okay. since you mentioned water, where would you like to spend most of your time in, if you could prefer, being at the beach or being over at the swimming pool side?
The beach.
Why the beach?
The waves.
Okay.
The ocean, the waves, the sea salt.
Okay. Have you ever surfed before?
No. Boogie board, but didn't surf.
Would you ever consider trying surfing?
I definitely would.
Okay. What is your favorite food?
Oh, I'm so fat, so I can't really even say that I have a favorite food.
What?
I love food so much. I'm telling you, when food is in front of my face, I fall in love every single time.
Is there a specific food that you will not eat?
I'm not that much of a fan of sushi, to
Really?
be honest.
What?
I mean, I like the California roll and the, shrimp tempura.
Yeah.
But I've tried others and I'm not a fan. And one of my neighbors took me to get like a sushi boat or something with
Yeah.
a bunch of different things on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fought for my life.
Oh my god. Wow. You really don't favor
I even
sushi?
tried something that they did not try, and after I was like, okay, this is not good, they didn't even try it. And I'm like, come on, guys. You guys took me here to be the guinea pig.
Oh, jeez. Do you like Korean barbecue?
I don't know if I've had that.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some things I haven't quite had, but
We have to fix this.
But I am willing to try many things. Now, I used to be very picky with food.
Okay.
Believe it or not. I used to actually not even like lettuce.
What?
I'm like, I did not like it, but then, I don't know, I just changed my palate, and then I just got interested in trying new things, and now I'm willing to try whatever.
I'm going to take you over to Korean barbecue. I swear to God.
It sounds amazing.
One day, let's meet up over here. I'll take you over to a real good, all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spot near the Annapolis Mall, and I swear to God, that will change your life forever.
Oh, my God. You're going to have me there every single day.
I mean, not every single day, but, it might be a thing where you're like, hey, can we go to a Korean barbecue? Yeah, why not? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Hey, I'm down. It's all you can eat for about an hour and a half. So.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not at all. Not at all.
There's not that many all-you-can-eat spots anymore. People miss the buffets.
Well, there are some places you just have to really hunt for it.
Yeah.
You really have to know your the scene very well when it comes to Korean barbecue. So, what is your favorite kind of car?
A Range Rover.
Really?
Yeah. I want a black-on-black Range Rover. They call that the murder car, but I promise I'm not going to murder anybody.
I don't know about. I haven't heard anything about that. All I've heard about a Range Rover is that that's a lot of money.
It's pricey, yes.
That's a lot of money.
I don't have it yet.
Give me something like a Chevy Equinox. I'm good.
That's actually what I have right now.
Okay, all right. That's Romel's car.
Really?
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I have to get a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's burning oil.
Oh.
So I'm going to the RAV4. That's what I'm going to try next. I heard Toyotas are pretty good cars.
You know what? It is. Now, how old is your Equinox?
2017.
Yeah.
And it's for that model and stuff they say has that. So it's like class action lawsuit, but there's no recall.
So there's nothing that you can do at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty much like a done deal.
It's like if you pay out of pocket to get it fixed, you might as well get a new car.
Fair. Yeah.
And I love my Equinox. It's nice. Other than that issue, they're very reliable, good cars.
Yeah.
Good on gas, all of that. Spacious.
Okay.
But that's funny that me and him have the same car.
Yeah. I don't know what year it is, but I know he's got that. So, if there was one place in the world that you would like to travel to, where all of your expenses are paid, airfare, hotel, and all that, where in the world would you love to travel to?
Egypt.
Really?
Yeah.
Why there?
I just love that whole culture.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of learned about it myself, and I don't know, I just gravitate towards it a lot.
Okay.
I just think it would be a really cool experience, especially seeing the pyramids and history and just feeling that feeling.
Have you ever seen a boxing match in person?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was it?
I can't remember the name of the place, but like I said, my trainers do, they have their own organization, so I've been to a couple of those.
Okay.
But I haven't been into any like professional boxing.
But you wouldn't, if there was an opportunity where you saw, or you can see a professional boxing fight and be in that venue, you would go.
I would definitely go.
Okay.
I'm always down to go places, do things.
Okay. If you had your choice between a stand-up punching bag or a punching bag that you hang with chains, which one would you prefer?
The chains.
Why?
I think it's just because it's more like free flowing. I don't know. I just prefer that better.
Okay. If you ever had a boxing career, where would you like to fight?
Probably overseas would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Can Amanda cook?
I can.
Ooh, what is her specialty?
I don't know if I have. Well, to my daughter's standpoint, her favorite food, but this is so easy to do, is pot roast. So she would say that's my specialty.
Okay.
But steak. I love cooking steak and eating steak.
Right.
It's my favorite.
Okay. What is the one thing about the acting industry that you find challenging for you?
The only thing I would really say that's challenging, I guess, is how I get nervous in the beginning, and then I just you have to push yourself through that.
Okay.
But I just look at the nerves as like it's something new and exciting, and I don't know, that's just how I look at it. When you're feeling nervous, it's there because it wants you to push through it to get to the other side instead of holding on to what's comfortable and familiar. That's like pulling you back.
Okay. Now, jeans and a t-shirt or dress and high heels?
Oh, it depends on the venue.
Okay.
Like I said, I love to dress up, so if it's an event that calls for that type of dress up, I'm down for the dress and heels. But if it's like a more laid back social event, then the jeans and t-shirt. And if I'm at home, I love being cozy, sweatpants, pajamas.
Okay. Because you actually have a lot of tattoos, what is your favorite needle configuration?
That I wouldn't even know. I don't know anything about that.
I would say for myself, 7 liner needle and 11 to 13 soft mag shader. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the shading. Yeah, I have a lot of shading.
Yeah.
A lot. The only thing I know is when my knee kept getting shaded over and over and over again, by the third time, I'm like, okay, get off my knee. Don't touch it anymore. But that's the only part, my whole leg, that really bothered me. Everything else didn't bother me at all.
Where would you like to get your next tattoo if you had the canvas space for it?
So this piece on my leg is just like one piece, and I just really only want that. But I do, when I was in Cali, I got the Eye of Ra tattooed on my left arm. So I'm debating if I want to do some sort of Egyptian sleeve on my left arm.
Now, when you say arm, do you mean actually like on your arm or on the cap of the shoulder?
Yeah, so it'd be like from the shoulder down to my wrist.
Okay.
So it'll be like I'm tatted from the right foot all the way up the leg, and then diagonally across the back down to the left arm. That's how it would look.
What is your favorite tattoo style? Like for me, I like Japanese.
Oh, yeah, I like the Japanese. It's funny, my living room is actually that theme, Japanese theme.
Okay.
I really wish I had some samurai swords to put on my wall.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really have like a particular style. I came up with my tattoo concept just in my mind, and created the whole thing, and then my tattoo artist just brought it to life. So I don't really look at many tattoos and really know like the different styles and stuff like that. I kind of just like have told him like, this is my idea, and then he just brought it together.
Okay. Would you ever consider having a career in the tattoo industry?
You know what? I actually thought about that because I've seen some people doing that, and I'm an artist. You know, I do dog grooming. That you need artistry in your blood in order to make that happen. I've been a drawer my whole life. I love to draw.
Okay.
So I could see myself being that, but would I really want to do that? I don't think so.
What is it about the tattooing industry, about tattooing in general, that you're just, you know, that concerns you? Like, is it because the actual action of actually putting needle to skin, or is it something else?
I think it might be for me, like the shakiness of my hand.
Okay.
Because from dog grooming and all, like my wrist isn't that great. So yeah, I would feel like they would have a very non-straight line tattoo. But I'm all about the, you know, I like Saw is one of my favorite movies. So have no fear when it comes to, you know, the needle going into the skin and things like that.
I got you. What kind of, if you decide to become an actor, what kind of genre would you like to act in the most?
Horror is definitely really like fun, and I obviously would love that because like I said, I love everything about horror. Halloween is my favorite holiday. Action movies, just because they would be fun, like that's where you would probably most likely be doing stunts and things like that.
Yeah.
Comedy, I think I'm a comedian in a way. Like if I really wanted to, I think I could be a comedian. A lot of people think I'm funny. So yeah, I mean I'm down for all of them really.
Wow.
Romance maybe not so much, but I'm okay with it.
Hey, I mean, I feel like if somebody offered you a role, no matter what the genre of film is, and you gravitate towards that character, most likely you would give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, as an actor, you want to try to be more versatile in a lot of styles of acting, rather than I'm strictly a horror actress,
yes,
or I am strictly a comedy actress.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely want to be versatile. And yeah, the only way I wouldn't grab a role is if after, you know, trying to get into it, if I really could not feel myself with that character, I wouldn't want to waste their time.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm down to take on pretty much anything.
Favorite actor and favorite actress?
Oh, there's a lot of them. I love Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I love him.
Okay.
Even though sometimes I can say he kind of portrays like the same kind of character in.
But he does it so well.
A lot of movies, he's great. I love him.
Yeah.
And Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji P. Henson. Yeah.
She was my favorite since I was young. I love her. I loved her in
Empire, the TV series.
Yes, it's just
she
her
was
personality.
Good.
I just love her personality in general.
Oh man!
But there's a lot of other great ones. Like Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them. Jim Carrey. He's one of the up in the top 5.
Right.
But yeah, there's a lot. Robin Williams.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock, she's cool too. I love her.
If somebody came up to you and asked, for your advice of breaking into the acting industry, what advice would you give them?
Just go for it. Just go for it. Don't allow your nerves and you being in your head prevent you from making it happen. Don't be afraid, because some people I feel like think oh, I can't be that person, or oh, this takes a lot. And like I always tell people, just don't think about it too much and just act on it more.
I feel you. I think that you've already answered this, but I'm just still going to ask for the heck of it. Mental health, real or not real?
Oh, definitely real.
Why do you say definitely real?
Because I've experienced it myself. It's definitely real, definitely a big thing, and the biggest thing that'll help you through mental health is just training your brain to be positive. So you just speak a lot of positivity, be grateful in the moment, and just have faith. Having faith is a big thing.
That's a good answer. Let's say you actually got invited to a Michelin 3-star restaurant. And when you get to the restaurant, you notice that on the table, there's a chair for you, but for 3 other more people that can be your guest. Now, here's the kicker. Who would you invite? Now, you can invite somebody that you know. You can invite somebody that you don't know. They can be famous. They can be non-famous. They can be living, or they could be deceased. Who would you invite for the 3?
Let's see. I think I would do Albert Einstein.
Oh.
Alan Watts.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 Cent.
Now, who is that second person? Like, can you explain who that person
Alan
is?
Watts is a philosopher.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a famous philosopher. It's just something that I'm really into. I'm into like philosophy, quantum physics, things of that nature.
How do you think that the conversation with all of these individuals, how do you think that?
It's such an intriguing mix. But the reason why I picked those 3 is because I feel like a part of myself within those 3. Like I see a part of myself within them. So it's like something that I would be excited to have certain conversations with them, you know, with and learn about things.
Are you a Disney person or not a Disney person?
I'm a Disney person.
Nice. Favorite Disney animated movie?
Finding Nemo.
Okay.
I think maybe I picked that though because my girls had me watch that over and over and over again. But I love Finding Nemo. That's a good movie.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
Oh, okay. Favorite Marvel character?
Venom.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say could be villain, could be hero.
I dressed up as Venom actually.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You actually cosplayed?
I did. I dressed up as him. Had the black paint all over, the teeth, everything.
The only thing that I ever cosplayed was, I don't know if you remember this or if you know how deep your memory is, but there was a show called Home Improvement starring Tim Allen.
Yeah.
I was actually Al Borland for Halloween.
Really?
Yeah,
That's so fun. I loved Al.
I had the beard. I had the I had like the tool belt, the jeans, and the boots. I also had, that shirt that he would always wear. You know what I mean?
It's like that red plaid or something?
Yeah, like the plaid, like plaid in general.
Yeah.
But I did happen to look for a plaid shirt and it was red. I was like, I'll take it. And, and everybody saw it and they were just like, no, you're Al Borland. Like, yes, I am.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. I think that was the only inexpensive costume that I could get away with, but yet it really looked like Al Borland to the T.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. Spotify or Apple Music?
Spotify.
What is in your playlist?
Definitely all different types. I like all genres.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a mix of everything.
Okay. Name some artists that might be in your playlist.
So I'm kind of like crappy with remembering names and titles of things, but I will say I have like rock, hip hop, pop, little bit of country, reggae, blues, jazz, like I said, whatever I'm feeling, that's what I'm gonna put on.
Okay. If you had a whole day for yourself where you didn't have to do anything but just chill and not do anything that's work related or child related, you had a whole day for yourself, what would you do?
Probably just like a lot of relaxing things, just the things that you do for yourself, and then I just love to learn. Like I can't sit still for too long, and I'm always wanting to learn things, so I would probably also like read or just start doing my own research and just learning stuff.
Are you a beer woman or a liquor woman?
I'm not really either, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair.
When I drank, I did it when I started drinking when I was like 12 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was very young. Did the party life
we
when I
went
was
the
very
European
young.
rules. We went the European rules.
And then I became a mom at 18, so I stopped drinking for a while. And then I did it just for, when you go out, you drink here and there. But recently it's like me and alcohol just don't mix, and I don't know what's going on there. So it's just like became like a stay away from me kind of thing. I still like, indulge in certain activities here and there, but
I respect you for that, for the fact that you're just like, alcohol is not really my thing, and I try to abstain from it as much as I can. No, that's mad respect.
Yeah.
Because some people, they recognize that it's not for them, and it's probably for the best, so that way they're of mind, body, and spirit. Mm-hmm. And then there are some people that unfortunately they're just too deep. And it's like a ever-loving, like rabbit hole that keeps on getting so deep that they can't escape it.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny thing is my dad and my uncle were both the first one that gave me a drink of Captain Morgan's and Coke.
Oh, God. Oh.
To me, it tasted like a vanilla snowball, and I loved it.
All right.
But I used to drink hard liquor. I do it straight too. I'm not really the one that needs a drink afterwards.
Right.
Even with straight whiskey, I'm good. But I kind of don't indulge in it too much now, just because my body is telling me no. I don't want to feel like I'm dying on the kitchen floor the next day.
No, not at all.
I want to spend my day not feeling like crap.
Not at all. Just a few more questions. When it's all said and done, what would you like for you to remember you by? Like, what would be your legacy?
Really, I think it would be just like I'm a kind-hearted person.
Okay.
Just like I don't know, just love. Like I just if they think about me, I just want them to think about love.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much what it is.
I can dig it. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Famous.
Okay. Like having a house in the Hollywood Hills?
Maybe. So I always wanted to go to Cali, and finally, I loved Cali, and then I finally had the opportunity. I went there, never felt like home before, and I stepped foot on Cali. I felt like I was at home.
California,
it's such a weird feeling, but
it's an expensive state.
Yeah. So then I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Okay, yeah.
And I loved it there. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can start off in Fort Lauderdale, and if I make the money like that, then I'll definitely go to Cali. Why not? If you got the money, go.
Mm-hmm. Well, they usually say that down south, is the cost of living is very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
And you still get the nice amenities, like
right.
the beach, the palm trees. I'm always like, I need to live where there's palm trees.
No, I feel you. Whereas if you live near me, Silver Spring, Maryland, not far from Washington D.C. Man, the property taxes and the cost of living, man, it might as well burn a hole right through your soul.
I know. They get you for everything, too.
They might get you for the breathing tax. I mean, who knows?
Right.
Last few questions. If you ever had a chance to study any style of the martial arts, what kind of martial arts would you like to study?
I'm not sure. What specifically are the different styles?
I mean, there's a lot of different styles. Like, you got your Japanese style of karate, and there's different like sub branches. Then you got stuff like Korean styles, like taekwondo, or tong sudo karate, or hapkido or something like that. And then of course there's like Chinese kung fu, Brazilian stuff like Brazilian jiu-jitsu or capoeira.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu. I can't always say that very well.
And then there's like American kickboxing and Muay Thai kickboxing.
I think I hate how I say this. Say it.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I like that, and taekwondo.
Okay. Wow. Can you actually see yourself being a kicker?
Yeah.
Because taekwondo is known for kicking. That's what I train in.
Yeah. So I actually do yoga and stretch a lot. So yeah.
Oh wow. So that might, with your stretching in potential flexibility, that could easily translate pretty well.
Yeah, very flexible.
Okay. All right. Bet. Two more questions. Number one, if you had to go ahead and start doing a workout, what would be the type of music that you would need to listen to get you in that workout mood?
Definitely something that's like I don't know how to explain it, but just gives you that like pumped feeling. Like
a real good beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the beat is everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Now, does it fluctuate with like the different types of workout between like yoga to boxing to whatever? Do you think like the music changes to the theme that you're doing?
Oh yeah. For yoga, you're doing more like lo-fi, like if I'm saying that right, lo-fi kind of music.
Lo-fi. Lo-fi.
Yeah. Just very calming, because you're meditating while you're doing yoga.
Mm-hmm.
It's all breath work, mind work. And then when you're getting to boxing, it's kind of like the total opposite.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you definitely want to change that music up, or otherwise you're going to be daintily punching on the bag.
I feel you.
You want to murder that bag.
Yeah.
You need that murder music on.
Want to put that hole in the soul of that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And stay there. Okay.
Maybe that's when I need to ride my Range Rover. I'm boxing.
You know what? I mean, you got access here. I mean, any time that you're like, man, Kim, I need to hit that punching bag that is in that room that you interviewed me by. I'm like, all right, you got boxing gloves? Yes, sir. Okay, meet me here in a little bit. I'll get you.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah. Last but not least, to all the directors out there that probably might be listening, or all the casting officers that might be listening, why would they want to convince them? Should they pick you in order to act in their projects? Why do you think that you're the one?
I think honestly I'm just an overall good person to work with. I'm very easygoing. I listen very well. I learn pretty quickly. So, and I'm a positive person. So, for example, like when I worked at PetSmart, I kind of like controlled everything because they all love me. They used to call me troublemaker,
mm-hmm.
but I wasn't really making any. It was like with a smile and a laugh on their face,
I see. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda, the fact that we actually got a chance to hang out to do this episode, for me to interview you, has been like a really cool moment. It has been a blast. We have been friends on Facebook for a little while. We just never really, at least in my opinion, I don't think that we never really formally met until now.
Yeah, correct.
And it kind of feels like, just knowing you as I do right now, you kind of feel like, the person next door that I grew up with, that was like, the cool person that, like, yeah, she was cool.
Yeah, that's that realness. I'm just a real person.
Yeah. No, and it's awesome because, there are a lot of people out there that play a facade, or that are fake, or, are
masking, hiding,
or just dramatic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that's just like the vibe that we don't need, not only in our industry but in life.
Yes.
And it's just like Okay, I recognize it, I see it, but guess what? I don't need that energy, so I'm going to need you to back up not 10 feet, but 25 feet.
Yep.
Because, I don't want any sort of radiation of that energy coming this way. You go that way, I'm going to go this way.
Yeah, that's why it's important to build that shield for yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't let that bad energy take over you.
Yeah, and I would just say as a piece of advice, if you see people like that, snakes like that or something like that, get out of Dodge immediately. Seriously, get as far away from that toxicity. Because you
can't change them; they can only change themselves.
Yeah, pretty much. And even if they change, they got to want to do it for themselves. You can't change because somebody told you to do it.
Right.
You want to change because you want to do it.
It has to be deeply in them.
For sure. Sure. Well, this is the moment of the podcast where I give it to my guest, and you can basically say whatever you want, whether if you want to promote a business, if you want to talk about certain events that are coming up in your life that you want to promote, if you want to give shout outs, if you want to give mentions about the certain social medias that you belong to, and you can mention those social media so maybe people might follow you. So I'm just going to give it up to you right now. You do what you want to do, and I'm just going to put myself on mute. So the floor is yours.
So I just want to give a shout out to Wet Paint Pictures and Dead Farm, Cody Faulk, and we have some other new movies coming out as well. I might have an opportunity to get on those. We'll see. And then Lights, Camera, Cappin. Check that out. That's coming soon. You can catch me on Facebook under Amanda Smith, same as Instagram. And that's pretty much it.
Wow. That's what's up. That's probably the quickest, moment that I give my guests. Normally, they're just I want to give a shout out to Irv, Ray, Little Charlie, all the motherfuckers down over at 7-Eleven over in the corner of 4th and South Street. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I told you I'd make it. I told you, son. I'm just man, you just went directly to the point. Hey, this person, I'm doing this. Social media, mic drop.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, you're gonna hear and see a lot more from me.
Yeah, no, and I hope so. I hope that the impact that you make in the acting industry will be one where you literally see the indent in the mountain, and people go, "Who the fuck did that?" So I hope that you make that powerful impact.
Yeah, me too.
So
I believe in it.
Yeah, it's been an honor and a pleasure to have you. Anytime that if you want to do a round 2 and do it over again and be on the podcast, you're more than welcome to have an open invitation.
Oh, I'm down for sure.
Yeah.
With lots more adventures.
Yeah, or maybe it just be a day where we might be talking about something rather than just what we're involved in. I'm always down for people to past guests to come on as a guest host and talk about real life or just talk about whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm down. Because
Nice.
mental health is a big thing, and people need to hear stories.
I'd be willing to talk about that. Honestly, if you're down for talking about mental health one day and do a mental health episode, I'd be so down to really to do it and air out grievances and talk about what I've been doing to go through the course of my own personal challenges with mental health.
Yeah, because life's not easy. The world's going a little crazy right now.
Yeah.
And the kids really need us. The kids are important, and I feel like when we speak upon things like that, it helps them because they haven't put themselves in these situations yet. So it gives them something to, look at and prepare themselves for and know what not to go to, what to go to.
Right. I get that. Well, again, Amanda, thank you so much for your time, for you to, kick it with me and have a this good moment. Again, open invitation whenever you want to come back.
Yeah, this is awesome. I greatly appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel like, I've said this before, in a previous episode that I made this podcast so that, we might find, the next big actor, or the next big, music act or big director or the next big chef or tattoo artist or anything that deals with their creative medium, and if they're good and they're going to be the next one, we could have them here before they even get big.
Yeah.
So the fact that, you took the initiative and you're like, hey, why not? The worst comes worse. I just had a good, moment in the sun for like an hour.
Right.
But, next thing you know, if you become big, I could be like, man, I remember the time that, I interviewed Amanda before she really blew up.
Yeah. And that's fun and exciting in itself.
Yeah.
See me on TV. Hey, I know that girl. Look at her. She made it. She made it.
Yeah.
She said 10 years she'll be famous.
Yeah, and she got it in like 7.5.
Right.
Nice. Again, thank you so much, hon.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
thank you.
that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to now officially wrap it up. The fact that, I continue to do these things in podcasting. I've always said it before, and I'll say it again. It's not just my podcast. It's yours, too. And I do it for you guys because I feel like, if I'm doing this, it's not only just for me, although it is for me, but it's for you guys, too. So let's go ahead and close it up. You can find your boy over on Facebook. Go ahead and search under the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience, and I'll be there. Social medias, I am on Instagram and on Twitter, now known as X. You can find me on my tag name at TKHPC Experience, all in one word, lowercase letters. Follow me and I'll follow you back. We are on a lot of podcasting platforms, up to yin yang, 6 in fact. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We are on Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Audible, and on iHeartRadio. Now, do me a favor. Please like and subscribe to my podcast on all of those mentioned podcasting platforms. Now, if you have Spotify, please give us a 5-star ranking. If you have Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star ranking and a positive written review, because the more times you do that for each of those podcasting platforms, our podcast will be thrown into the front of the lines. When you actually open up the app, you might see us there, and somebody might be like, holy crap, it's the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience. I remember this because my friend Marianne told me this is a real cool podcast. Maybe I should follow, and subscribe to it. Yes, please. You know what I mean? Yes. Also, share it with your friends on, every social media page that you have, like Facebook, Instagram, X, maybe if you have it, TikTok, whatever that you can share it on digitally, that'll be great. Or share it old school, in person, maybe with a friend, family member, a co-worker, stuff like that, because it's called brand awareness. Sharing is caring. You know what I mean? Last but not least, if you want to be a special guest on my podcast or a special guest host, if you have any questions for me when I do my Q&A forum on a solo episode, and or if you have any constructive criticism, please email me at the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience at gmail.com. Subject, whatever it is on the subject box. Then on the body of the email, write out whatever you want to write. Send it. I'll get back to you within a day or two, because I do like that type of communication. And I'm always, I'm a big fan of that. So keep it going. Last but not least, guys, please be safe out there. The world's too short. We don't like the idea of doing something, you doing something that you're not supposed to do, and it'll result in you landing in a pine box and getting buried 6 or 12 feet under. We don't want that to happen. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be happy. We want you to be living life and loving life, because you deserve it. You deserve all the cool things in life. And if anybody tells you otherwise, just give them the finger and move. That's all I can say. So, wow, it's been awesome. It's been real. I'm happy that I did another great episode. I'm also very happy for the fact that I did an episode where I have a guest, because it keeps the ball rolling and it's more interesting, in my opinion, to listen to an episode where somebody is a guest. Not that I don't mind doing solo episodes, but come on now. When you have that person-to-person interaction, the energy and the vibe is so much more different, and I think it's a little bit more fun. So, for my guest, Amanda Smith, who is an actress and is coming soon to a movie screen near you, this is your boy Kim Hoang, the Asian sensation, saying thank you very much. Arigato. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And just, thank you so much for the continued love and support that you give here, and I love each and every one of you guys. And, I'm going to still keep doing this until literally I can't move anymore. You know what I mean? So that's it. So for the one time here in Annapolis Junction, Maryland, over at the KU Dungeon, this is your boy Kim Hoang, the Asian sensation. I am the host with the most, the man with the plan, the guy that can bring the power within the hour, and the dude with the right attitude, saying thank you, I love you, be safe, be well, and if you need something, contact your boy, because I'm only a private message away if you contact me through the right channels. Y'all, it's been real. I love y'all. Be safe. And we're out of here. We'll talk to you soon on the next episode of the Kim Hoang Podcast Experience. Peace.